Sometimes men disappear because they feel like their effort is not being reciprocated. A lot of women feel like their approach to dating is, you as a man have to prove to me you are worthy of my time, my energy, and me being more vulnerable to you. And because of what you've been through, you think that's the right way to do it. But unfortunately, when you're dealing with a man who's actually serious and he's seeing you're holding back, you got walls up, he has concerns that you're wasting his time. So now he falls off because he's like, all right, she's tripping, she's not really making any effort. But because there's still a desire there, because he still likes her, I think the comment, the like, is a temperature check. Let me see how she'll respond. Let me see if I can still reignite something here. But it all stemmed from, are we actually making a mutual effort to get to know each other?
Okay.
So just make sure, before you start throwing all kinds of accusations at the man, ask yourself, was I coming correct in this process or not?
You see, I agree. Because the truth is, a lot of women do not fully heal. Or should I say, a lot of people do not fully heal before they get into another relationship. And the truth is, women are mostly in that category of people who never get properly healed before approaching another relationship. That's why a lot of women, when they're in a new relationship, their past trauma starts kicking in. The things that made the previous relationship to get to end, they start happening in the new relationship. They start projecting their insecurity onto the next guy. Some of them start holding back their emotions. You know, they start holding back their emotions because they don't want to, they feel like when they hold their emotions, if anything should happen, they won't get heartbroken. Now, it's okay if you want to do that. But you see the problem. When you meet a man who knows what he's looking for, a man who is ready to commit, and he finds you that you are holding back your emotions, you are not giving him everything, he can tell that, you are holding back, or you are projecting your trauma from your previous relationship. Now, there's different ways you can experience trauma in a relationship. True, there's different ways you can experience trauma. You can experience trauma by maybe he cheated on you, created a trauma, it makes you stop trusting guys because you think every guy is going to cheat on you. Or maybe, you caught him, you checked his phone and you saw that, he was texting someone else, and now you have the need to be in a new relationship and you're demanding for password. Like, you just got in the relationship, you're already asking, give me your password. I need to trust you, I need to check your messages. These are trauma. There are different ways to experience trauma, Now, when you start projecting those trauma in your next relationship, a guy who is ready, who wants to be committed to you, if he sees that these things, like this trauma you are projecting on him, it's too much, he might have to withdraw back. Like the guy said, he will still do temperature checking. He will still send you messages to know if you've, to see how you react. He still call you to see if maybe you've stopped behaving the way you are behaving. Maybe you've, he will do those things for a while. And if he sees that, this one, I don't feel like, he walks away. Women don't know those things because it happens to a lot of women. It happens to guys too. There are guys who also have traumas from their previous relationship. It makes it hard for them to trust women, Yeah, women who cheated on them, now they're insecure about, their girl, going out and They want to know what she's doing and all that. It happens, you know. It also happens to ladies. It is recommended that you get therapy, you know, book a session, talk to somebody, you know, you can even talk to me, book a session, have a conversation, identify your trauma, okay? Identify your trauma so you'll be able to work on it while before you get into another relationship. Because trauma affects how your relationship will grow. If you are in that relationship and you're feeling like, oh, he's going to cheat on me, you start projecting, definitely that person might even cheat on you. That's the truth. Or you come into the relationship, you want to check his phone, you want to see what he's doing, who he's talking to, you are, you know, you want to know everything, and he doesn't open up to you. You feel like, oh, he's cheating, that's why he's doing that. Not everyone that doesn't give you their password is cheating on you. Some of them just want their own privacy. Yes, I know they said you can't have privacy when you're in a relationship. But even you too, will you also give out your password just immediately you get into a relationship? It takes time to build trust. Now, you must have to deal with those trauma. You must have to understand that not every guy will cheat on you. You must have to understand that not all guys are going to lie. Not all guys are going to do those things that, you know, that created those trauma in you that you are projecting onto your next relationship. You know? So you'll be able to keep a healthy relationship. Everyone should get therapy. It is important. When I talk to people, when I talk to, you know, clients, friends, I see that a lot of people have trauma that they are dealing with, unresolved trauma from previous relationship, from previous, you know, spouses and all that. It's a trauma that has not fully healed, but they thought they are healed. They thought because I stayed 3 months and I didn't date, now I'm okay. Because now you feel comfortable enough to start talking to somebody doesn't mean you are fully healed. You know, you might have just stopped being angry over what they did to you. But what they did to you, the trauma they created is still there. That's why, especially for ladies, it is a terrible idea if you think you're going to go from one relationship to another, have a lot of body count. It has a whole lot of trauma that's going to be created along the line in you. That's going to make it hard for you to submit to somebody at the end or to bond with your partner at the end of the day. Because even sex creates trauma. It is not a bad trauma. It's just going to be, you know, your sexual experiences are going to be different with different men you meet. You meet a guy who has 8 inches, of course, you want 8. When you meet another one that has 10, you want 10. If your first had 6, you won't want 6 anymore. If your first had 4, you won't want 4 anymore. You keep going for higher. You met a guy who had 10, you deal with that 10. The next guy who comes that has 7, you probably don't want him. That's the truth. It creates another form of trauma, but it's not I won't say it's a bad trauma because it's pleasure, right? You're just having fun, enjoying sex. But it makes it hard for you to bond. What if after you've experienced 10 inch, the guy who is truly interested in you has 6 inch? Now he can't give you 10 inch. What do you think will happen? Do you think you'll be fully satisfied in that relationship? Do you think you're going to be happy with that 8 inch? You see? So, I mean, that 7 inch. You see? So, at the end of the day, multiple partners also create trauma. So, you must have to heal. You must have to understand what makes you go through all these things. You must have to tell yourself that, oh, see, okay, I did this and I did this, or he did this and he did this. You have to identify those trauma. And you must accept that your next guy is not going to do it to you. in order for you to fully commit and trust him. You know, that's it. You must have to do this. You need to identify your traumas. Some of you can't even identify where your trauma came from. That's why you need an expert. That's why you need someone who is talented in that area. That's why you need to book a session. Have this conversation. Then you'll find out that you can identify your trauma and you'll be able to work on it. So you can have a healthy, a stable relationship with your next partner. All right? So if you think you like what I'm saying, think you like what I do, please drop your comments, drop your thoughts, like this video, comment, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.